So happiness can be fleeting, but joy is different. Joy is a deep, abiding sense of knowing that all is well. That regardless of what happens in the outer experience, all is well. And that's almost a divine quality within us. Joy is not one of the 12 powers. Remember we talked about the 12 powers earlier this year. Joy was not listed. Those of us in Unity, we kind of given joy the honorary label as one of the 12 powers. It's the unofficial 13th power, they call it. But one of the other 12 powers is zeal. Zeal is just that effervescence, that exuberance that comes from living from that divine place that allows you, no matter what's happening in your life and what's going on, you still have that deep sense of commitment that, you know what? It's all good. Or it's going to be all good, regardless. When we live from that place of that deep-seated joy, everything in our life, we can approach with maybe a sense of delight, maybe a sense of happiness, a sense of newness. Let me give you an example. This is an example from what I declared the definitive modern movie classic that totally exemplifies that sense of joy. I give you Elf. And this is when he comes to New York for the first time. And notice how he interacts with all the mundane things that we would just normally walk by. Low volume. Wait, hit pause till we get the volume. Hit pause till we get the volume. Because, hit pause till we get the volume. Because you got to have the volume. You got to have the volume. So we will figure that out, and I will do a soft shoe vamp because I don't know what to. Can we back it up? We have volume? Let's back it up. There we go. All right, let's try it again. And still no volume. All right, so. Yep. Nope. Computer muted. Anything? All right. So we will just watch him laugh. Him saying thank you for all the meaningless flyers. World's best cup of coffee. This is him congratulating them for finally solving the world's best cup of coffee problem. Them not exactly being amused by it. Sometimes we can just use the white stripes on the crosswalk. Nope, not Santa. He thought that was Santa. Made a mistake. My favorite. Come on, we've all done that. And then some of us may have done this after. Yeah, so, but how many of us, yes, this is an exaggeration, and please come Friday, we'll watch Elf together. How many of us, though, go through our days just walking by everything and not using them as moments to connect from that place of exuberant happiness and joy? How many of us, on a daily basis, look for the little silliness or make the silliness out of the mundane? It's a fascinating practice. I'll clue you in on one of mine, which I hope you let me indulge myself and don't remind me later. But I'm a big basketball fan. I think most people know this. But I can tell you that every time I have to throw away a piece of paper, a tissue, into the trash can, I am placing myself at the three-point line, half a second left on the clock, and I got to score the winning shot. In my mind, I have won so many NBA championships, you will not believe. How many of you make throwing trash away a joy-filled, exuberant experience? You know, you kind of do. Thank you, Maura. Yeah. But this is what it means truly to live from that place of divine joy. And in doing so, everything becomes an experience of lightening us up. And in this, we grow stronger. In the book of Nehemiah, after they have returned from exiles, back in the Old Testament, they've returned from exile and they've started to rebuild the temple. And the first wave have come back, they've rebuilt the temple, but there's no wall around the city and they feel vulnerable. And Nehemiah is sent back to help oversee that. And one day he goes out to read from the Torah in front of them. There are hundreds of thousands gathered, and as he's reading, they start to cry. Not because they're sad, it's almost tears of, we can't believe we're here again after all's happened to us. And here we are in our holy city again, and he says to them, do not weep and do not sorrow, for this day is holy to our Lord, and not to be grieved, because the joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. When we live from that place of the deep divine energy that is God, and everything we can see and envision, and we can hold beyond the human feelings and emotions of it, but in that knowing that all is well, this becomes our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. And if you really want to experience some joy today, if you really want to make some joy and happiness happen today, join myself and the children and the youth and family at 1 today and go deliver these teddy bears. It is one of the most moving experiences if you've not done it before. Thank you, Mickey. It is one of the most heartfelt, deep-seated experience of joy that you can bring to people who may feel lonely, who may feel abandoned, who may think that they have no one at this season. But to have a group of children come in and sing carols and share these stuffed animals, this is bringing joy to the world. This is what we can do each and every day. But for today, it's about the teddy bears. So I want to encourage you at 1 o'clock today. We'll be caravanning out of here. We got to wait for their schedule. So you have plenty of time to go get some snack, go get some food, go get some lunch. Come with us to the Amesbury Nursing Home. Come share that spirit of joy. Come experience the joy of the Lord as your strength. Let's take this in a time of meditation. So I invite you, if you're comfortable, plant both feet on the floor. Just allow your hands to rest easy in your lap, or hold that teddy bear tight and radiate the love from your heart. Take a deep breath. And allow yourself to connect with your heart space. This heart space is symbolic center of the being of who we are. As we breathe into it, as we breathe from it, imagine ourselves falling deeper into the oneness that is God. Knowing the truth that as we immerse ourselves in this place, as we immerse ourselves into the divine of who we are, into that Christ nature, the fullness of God becomes expressed in, through, and as us. This deep joy of God that is our strength is what sustains us. It sustains us in the days and the times where things may not seem well. And it propels us into greater heights of excitement and exuberance and passion and zeal. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of God is my strength. Let us say this for a few moments in the stillness of our hearts and in the silence. The joy of God is my strength. The joy of God is my strength. It sustains me. It deepens my experience of all that I do. And for all the names and situations in this prayer box, we hold that they too recognize, remember, live this truth. That God's joy within them as them is all the sustaining strength that they need. And should we hold this intention for any others, I invite you to say their names out loud now. And in doing so, we see them as the joy of God in our lives. And we see them and their situation as opportunities for us to show up as the joy of God. Bring in that energy of all is well to them as us. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen.
Turn to your neighbors and turn to your friends. Turn to your family and kiss them, and then turn to the sun and turn to the land. Turn, turn, turn again in the great turn. Great turning. Shambhala, 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 Shambhala. Shambhala, 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 Shambhala. Join us. Shambhala, 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 Shambhala. Shambhala, 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 Shambhala. Great turning. Shambhala, Shambhala, Shambhala. In the great turning. Shambhala, 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 Shambhala.
I invite the prayer chaplains to please stand if you are able. Just know that these beautiful souls are here after the service to deeply listen to your prayers, healing prayers, and also prayers of gratitude. Also, know that whatever prayer is offered, that everything is held in strictest confidence. Also, we have a pastoral care ministry. It's under the direction of Reverend Dr. Annie Houghton. If anybody's here from that team, if you could stand for recognition so people know who you are. I also understand there's a table now in hospitality for specific questions. Thank you. Now, if you would take your offering and hold it in your hands, together we will say the blessing of the tithes and offering. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
I'd like to invite Peter Stringham up to do a duet with me today, and he brought this great song in. Peter typically here is our operations manager, but he's actually a really wonderful tenor too. So this is our great duet, Night of Silence. Thanks, Pete, for bringing it.
Cold are the people, winter of life. We wander in shadows this cold, endless night. Frozen in the snow lie roses sleeping, flowers that will echo the sunrise. Fire of hope is our only warmth. Weary its flame will be dying soon. Voice in the distance calls in the night. On wind you enfold us, you speak of the light. Gently on the ear you whisper softly rumors of a dawn embracing. Breathless hope awaits darkened souls. Soon will we know of the morning. Silent nights, shine holy night. All is calm, all is bright. Round the skies, mother and child, rising in the infant so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Night and day. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Two's got pipes.
Talent runs deep in my staff. Got singers, we got rappers, we got photographers. Not clear what my talent is yet, I'm working on it. Let's take a moment to bless this offering. And in gratitude for those who gave here today, for those online watching who gave, for those who give automatically online, all the ways we receive these reflection of your abundance and the flow that comes to you with an open-hearted devotion to God. As a spiritual community, we tithe on these gifts and we return through services and donations to the community, to the unity movement, and in so doing, continuing that flow of abundance and expansion that we are. To give in the season is truly, truly to walk in a place of joy. And we are grateful. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Thank you. And Reverend Carol has a few more thank yous.
I'd like to thank all of those people here with their beautiful musical gifts, and particularly that song. It just brought tears to my eyes. It was beautiful. Thank you, Maura and Peter. And also, we thank everyone, all of our volunteers who make this service possible, and just keep it flowing. We have special thank yous. These are people who volunteer extra time during the week. This week it's Carol, Karen, Annie, Nancy, Sharon, and Art. And particularly these groups today, thank you, PowerPoint team, streaming, and altar team. We invite any board members who are here today to stand, and you may give them a hand. And they're certainly here after service to answer any questions and offer information you might have about Unity on the River.
You're going to be treated right now with truly the picture of joy from our youth and family ministry. But before they come in, I want to remind you all that next Sunday we will not be having a service. It is Christmas Day, and we want you to be home snuggled warm in your bed or around the fireplace, or if you were the parents of young kids, rubbing your eyes at 5 a.m. because they just couldn't sleep. Either way, be home with your families. People asked me, why are we not having a service? Part of that also is a gift to the, I think sometimes over 50 volunteers and staff people who are here, some as early as, what time does the music team gather? Like 8 a.m. every Sunday to help make this service happen. So I think on Christmas Day, it's a good gift to them to say, you know what? Stay home today. Celebrate Christmas. Now, you're saying, but I want my Unity on the River weekend fix. Christmas Eve. Come on Christmas Eve. You have 2 services, 5 and 7. And normally our Christmas Eve is a candlelight, a very serene, peaceful candlelight service. That will be a part of our service as well. But we're also going to bring this year a little bit more of the Sunday celebration energy as well. So come Christmas Eve night, 5 p.m., 7 p.m., get your Unity on the River energy fix for the weekend and celebrate Christmas Day on Sunday. And now, without further ado, but probably a lot to do, I give you the youth and family ministry.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on waters? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? I can see, I can see. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
baby boy, heaven's perfect
Dad, the sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Woo! You guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much. Have a seat real quick, just right where you are. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Yes, you kids too. You have a seat, you have a seat. This was beautiful, and I want to acknowledge, of course, Christina for not just putting this together, but today is Christina's official last Sunday. We announced a little while back that she is choosing to step down from this position and follow her heart and follow her bliss into doing some other things. So we want to acknowledge her today on behalf of the staff and church. I'm going to do that, and then a parent is going to give you some thank yous as well. But I want to present you with a small little token here from the staff, if we can get to you. And, this isn't all. We celebrate. Whoa, let me not hurt the thing. We celebrated as a staff on Wednesday and said a nice farewell to Christina together. But in case you didn't know, she's been here serving in this capacity for 10 years, just about 10 years. I'll come over here. And no matter if 2 kids showed up or 18 kids showed up, they were always taken care of, they were always provided for, and they were always kept safe and happy. And that is not as easy as it seems. And at the same time, they've also, I am sure, caused you to grow a lot in service and in love for them. And we're going to miss you in this role. The kids are going to miss you. I know I'm going to miss you as well. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you for having them first and foremost in your heart and in all the work that you did. So this is for you, and thank you.
So Christina, Kayla organized the parents to also get a small gift to express our appreciation. You've been so constant and consistent. We all know Christina's heart and quality of creativity and the loving she brings to the kids. But if you think about what our church has, the transitions it's gone through in the last 10 years, while we've been all focused on all those different areas of growth and change and transformation, she has held and created and been the one stewarding our children and our youth and family all that time. So just personally, and I know every parent in our whole community is just grateful for all you've done. Thank you.
So in true Unity fashion, to help honor and celebrate this occasion, there will be cake. But before we go to have the cake, I want to invite you to stand, and we're going to give Christina our traditional Unity blessing. The words are simple. There we go. Hey, all right, let's do it this way. Hey, kids, why don't you step off the stage right in front here? There we go. Step down, step down, step down, and turn face Christina. And we can do hands like this. There we go. So I'll say the saying once. It's we love you, Christina. We love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ as you. Let's say that together. Christina, we love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as you. Thank you. Do you want to share brief words or no?
Thank you, everyone. It's been my honor and my joy to serve this community and my children for these 10 years. I don't know how many children came through, 60, 70, a lot. And over my lifetime, maybe 500 plus thousand, I don't know. But I've been teaching a real teaching job for 30 years. So this has been a very difficult decision for me to make. And I want to thank all my staff, for all the teachers for helping, all the volunteers, all my friends, you're my Unity friends and my family. Thank you so much. And thank you, my partner, for standing with me and allowing me to blossom in a new direction as a healer and artist. And I'm not going anywhere. May go to the choir or live stream, but I'm still in the community, and I'll be supporting the youth and family ministry, from holding space to helping with the playground to other big projects to sometime teaching as a guest teacher. But thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And I also want to thank Matt and Becky. If you two please stand. These are the parents who have said yes to being the new youth and family directors. So thank you guys. They've worked with Christina, and just not for years, but really in the last few months, really hard to transition over into the new leadership. I want to thank you guys for stepping up to this level of service. And let us all stand together. Take the hand of someone next to you as we affirm this truth for ourselves, for this world, for these children, and for the season. Let there be peace on earth.
protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed.
Merry Christmas to everyone.